what do you think is the biggest football story that's not involved with COVID? What are you guys talking about that you've been enjoying hitting in the morning, Kyle?
A lot of Bucks, a lot of Tampa Bay, and I don't know, Rich. We had a question this morning, and it was, which Tampa Bay Buccaneer are you looking at? As you know, at this point, like we're churning up anything we can to talk about it. I think we already did the which Stranger Things character would Baker Mayfield be segment. So today we got
Kyle,
which Buccaneers player are you looking at?
Kyle, you're talking to somebody, by the way, Kyle, you're talking to somebody who kept the light on during a lockout on NFL Network, on NFL Total Access since 2011. So I absolutely hear you. So which Buccaneer am I looking at? Is that and is that an open-ended question?
Who's the most fascinating watch?
Oh, man. I mean, you can't go Brady because that's the obvious, right?
Bruce Arians.
Yeah.
You could go Arians, but to me it's Gronk. Florida man Gronk, without Belichick standing over his shoulder, without Gronk kind of peering out his peripheral to see what the coach is thinking. That Arians just the no risk it, no biscuit coach, plus Gronk, plus Florida, to me, I think is rife with must-see television. That's what I would say to that answer. I would have to choose Gronk, especially since also
there seems to be that theory.
Yes,
that kind of like a Bushwood caddy swim field that Gronkowski's season might have right now.
Was it 1 to 115?
You waited your whole life for this. And to your point, Rich, not only is he in Florida, I went deep. If you look at the Bucs schedule, in December and November, there's no cold weather games. All their road games are on the road. They're at Atlanta, I think, and they're at Detroit. So none of that like late December Foxborough action.
Yes.
He's got a coach who just likes to bust chops and have cocktails.
Yeah.
He's now playing in a stadium that literally has a damn pirate ship in it that fires cannons. It's like a child's paradise. I think we're seeing the best Gronk this year. And I had a theory about Gronk. I want to bounce this off of you.
Yes.
If the hypothetical plays out that we get great Gronk this year, like it really works. He's loose, he's fierce, he's a red zone maniac, he's spiking it, he's dancing. We get the 10 out of 10 Gronk. It was a real success. And he's out there saying, taking that year off was the best thing I've ever done. My body feels great, my head feels great. Is there not a possibility for others adapting the gap year strategy? I'm looking at guys who are veterans, who have been beat up and injured, who have made a ton of money on and off the field, who are like, you know what? I think I could use a year. If you look at somebody like a J.J. Watt or a Richard Sherman, who could retire for a year and unretire, and immediately a bunch of teams would want to sign him. If Gronk says this is the best thing I've ever done, maybe that's the copycat trend. Instead of everyone just retiring early now, maybe you just need a year to go on the beach and do a little commentating, make some money, do some video games, then come back ready to go. If it works for him, I think it could work for other guys.
Yeah, go out and dance with the Laker girls and go to Times Square and spike Steve Harvey's Lego head. And
he's on all these game shows now.
Yeah. Well, do the Masked Singer. Yeah. Do the Masked Singer, where it was so obvious it was him. And by the way, speaking of Fox shows, my kids are so locked in on J.J. Watt, T.J. Watt, and Derek Watt doing Ultimate Tag. Have you seen this? Have you seen this show, Kyle?
Okay. I've seen the show American Gladiators. I was a big fan of Nitro and Gemini, but that was 20 years ago, and I've not seen Ultimate Tag. I've heard about it. Like, tell me about it. Is this something we got to watch?
There's some Running Man vibe to it because the taggers all have nicknames and slick videos when they're introduced as the taggers. Okay, it's okay. And then there's the Watt brothers who are the hosts of this show. And I'm an expert at this because my kids not only watch it live, they then rewatch it over and over and over again throughout the week. And TJ and Derek are standing there next to JJ, who's in the middle almost every time. And JJ is the prompter reader. He does all the nuts and bolts. Okay. Derek and TJ sometimes do the interviews with the people who are avoiding the tags, the contestants. And it was clear that early on they needed to come up with a catchphrase. And it's a catchphrase that I run up and say to my kids all the time, and they roll their eyes because I'm the dad. It starts with JJ saying, "It's time to play some tag." Like literally says that. That's how it starts. Okay? Let's go. Okay. Here we go. It's now ready. Okay. So-and-so is ready. You know, Flame is ready to do the tagging. And she's like got this red hair and, you know, she's ready to go tag you. And now so-and-so is ready. It's time to play some tag. Like, I want a shirt. Yes, he says it every time. He says it like 90 times during the program. And my kids can't get enough of it.
Brady running on the field at Gillette Stadium saying, "Let's go." It's J.J. Watt saying, "Hey, let's play some tag."
It's time to play some tag. And it's time to play some tag.
Time to play some tag.
Oh, my God.
Is he going to say that after a sack this year?
You had me at the running man, Rich.
Maybe.
I mean, that's one of the all-timers. And if J.J. is the de facto host, are you in some kind of way linking J.J. Watt and Richard Dawson? Because that sounds like the perfect human.
Well, J.J.'s less evil than Richard Dawson in this.
Only in a rerun.
In terms of fake reality tag show hosts, he's much nicer. In terms of game show hosts, he doesn't kiss a single person during Ultimate Tag. Not even.
Who loves you and who do you love? Oh, I love the running man.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.